Good morning, class. I hope you're all doing okay. Today I'm going to explain to you what we'll be doing over the next week. We'll be doing a formative assessment that is an empire inquiry, and it'll have a few different parts. And each day you'll submit different evidence, or each class day, each class period, you'll submit different pieces of evidence to show that you're working on it. And then next Tuesday, it's going to be due. So we're going to be working on this today, on Thursday, on Friday, and then Tuesday of next week it's due. All right, so you'll have one whole week to finish it. So the first thing that you're going to do is choose one of the following empires that you'd like to research. So choose one of these empires here: Roman, Incan, Spanish, British, Han, or Mongolian. And then you will write that in this little document down here, whichever one you've chosen. You'll fill it in. The empire that I chose is the blank, and then just write this one here. If you'd like, you can give me a reason why, but mainly I just want you to write here which empire you chose. After that, you're going to start to research some basic facts and take notes showing evidence of starting your research today on Google Classrooms. That doesn't mean you have to answer all of these questions today, but it needs to have started to answer maybe one or two of them, okay? To show me that you've started working on things. I encourage you to finish as much as you can in today's class time period, so in about 45 minutes, do as much as you can. You should answer things like: how big was the empire? When did it exist? Which continent was it on? What modern countries did it cover? Find out information about each of the 9 characteristics of the empire, meaning military conquest, central government, imposed culture, tax systems, common language, their absolute monarchy, established currency, transportation and communication networks. I want you to find out these things about that empire. So what kind of conquest did they make? Where was their central government? How did they impose their culture? How did their tax system work? What was their common language? What did they call their absolute monarchs, and what power did those people have? Where did they live? What did they do? When we talk about established currency, say what kind of money they used, or what kind of things did they use as money? And then also describe their transportation and communication networks. Remember, these two will be similar, but look around. So what kind of roads did they have? Did they have roads? Did they travel by boat? What did they do? As you do your research, you need to make sure you use reliable websites. I don't want you guys going to www.historyfacts.net or just looking for facts on Pinterest or Google Images, because those facts usually are not correct and are not reliable. So you need to use reliable websites like encyclopedias or universities or museums. Even Wikipedia can be a good place to start. But do not use unreliable sources, please. Thank you. To explain the entire project, so this is what you're doing today. You're just turning in which topic you chose, which empire you chose, and evidence of you starting your research. So that means you can answer just a few of these questions and turn in and show me that you're starting to answer those questions, okay? That's what you're doing today. For the entire project, though, you'll have to go to Manage Back to see the description of it, okay? The description of the entire project on Manage Back is here. It's due on March 24th. It's a formative assessment. It's called Empire Inquiry. So this is the thing that you're doing today, or you're starting to do today, this top part, choosing an empire, starting your research. You are going to then, after you've finished all of these questions, you'll then start to do a slideshow or a poster or a template of your choice showing the information that you have gathered. So that means you're going to make a presentation. This can be a slideshow, it can be a poster, it can be a paper if you want to be, but you just have to present all the information. You need to make a works cited page for all the sources that you've gathered, and you need to answer these questions in a paragraph. So what was the main motivation of your empire? Was it religious, political, exploratory, economic, or ethnocentric? So you're going to figure out which was the main motivation of your empire. As we learned, there were 5. And then you're going to also answer, do you think its people mainly fought for gold, glory, or God? Be sure to explain why for both of these questions by sharing examples and justifying, whoops, that's a typo, and justifying your answers. You can include this paragraph in your poster or on your slideshow if you'd like, but this information will all be evaluated as a formative assessment, and you'll be assessed on criterion B and C. Okay. If you need any help or have questions, you can always email me about them. This will be due next Tuesday, but you should work on it a little each day. That's why I'll have mini due dates over the next couple of class periods. So on Thursday, like I made the announcement on Google Classroom, on Thursday we'll have a Google Meet, which is a live question and answer session, and you'll be able to continue work on your formative assessment. That day, you'll submit evidence of your finished research on Google Classroom. So just show me that you finished your research, so answering all of those questions. That's all going to be due on Thursday. So we're starting it today on Tuesday. You're showing me that you've started it, and then you'll finish it all on Thursday, okay? On Friday, you'll continue to work on your formative assessment. You'll submit evidence of you making your MLA citation, so making your works cited page. You'll show just evidence of you starting to work on that. And you'll begin working on your presentation that day as well. So on Friday, you'll turn in your evidence of starting your MLA citations and beginning a presentation on Google Classroom. And then next Thursday, next Tuesday, not Thursday. Next Tuesday, we'll have another Google Meet live question and answer session, and you'll submit your completed formative assessment on ManageBack. So over the next few class periods, you'll have 2 times to ask me live questions, but then you can always send me any email or comment if you have a question that you need to have immediately answered. So remember, the timeline for this project. Today, you are just turning in this little page here where you're telling me the empire you chose and you're having evidence of starting your research, okay? On Thursday, you are going to submit evidence of you finishing your research. So finishing answering all of these questions here, okay? And we'll have a Google Live question and answer session if you need any help. On Friday, you'll continue to work on your formative assessment. You'll submit evidence of MLA citations, and you'll begin working on your presentation on Google Classroom, and beginning working on your presentation on Google Slides or a poster or whatever you want to do, okay? So you'll show me evidence that you're beginning that. And then on next Tuesday, we'll have another Google Meet question and answer session, and you'll submit your formative assessment on ManageBack. So we'll work on this all through the next week. You can read very carefully here or watch this video as many times as you like to describe what's going on, but today you are only submitting this page here telling me the empire you chose and evidence of you starting your research. I recommend that you add in or that you copy and paste all the links that you're using now, so it will be easy for you to make your citations later. Good luck. If you have any questions, you can always email me. Can't wait to see all of your research, guys. Have a good day. Bye.